us now, we know, like, okay, we're going to send our kids to the best school, the best
regardless,
to go to the next level.
Yeah.
With us, when we came up, we was like, okay, we're just going to play here.
Yeah.
We're going to play to the closest school to the house.
To the house.
And see that, and I think that we'll get that. That was my journey was different. So I was a first generation American. My families were straight immigrants from Belize, like snuck into the country. Yeah, I'm first born generation. So for me, it was my parents were like, yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. My parents were, my mom, I ain't met my dad. So my mom was like, they didn't know nothing about travel ball. They didn't know nothing about trainers. All I played for was Summit Sharks, intermediate. Mm-hmm. I think I made it 7th, 8th grade. And my nickname, what they used to call me, Mantequilla, which I think was Spanish for butterfingers or butter, because I couldn't catch the ball.
Dang.
You couldn't catch that.
Yeah, I still probably could. Yeah, all I knew how to do was just hustle and rebound. Nothing else.
I told you.
Nothing else. They used to fry me for it, bro. I hated it. I used to hate it. But it was that drive that pushed me like, man, I'm tired of them calling me. I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
So I didn't know nothing about AAU, travel ball, none of this type of stuff. So for me, it was just Rancho basketball. So my high school career was only the fucking 30 games that we played every year. That was it. So 120 games, that's it.
You played
I didn't play IEB. I didn't do none of that.
IEB?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this.
I didn't know anything.
And then
about
my
that
mom is sheltered, so we weren't allowed to have friends or go out and like really do that stuff. They was like, they were scared of the world.
You were the first person that I found out about like travel ball from. Like I never heard of that stuff.
Nelson put me on.
Yeah, I never heard about none of that.
I played for one summer after senior year with Coach Larry. He was one of the worst coaches I've ever played for, but he had like a slick bag, like a pimp. You might even know, but I played just to stay in shape, and he wouldn't let me play because he was like, oh, this is for underclassmen, obviously, people in high school. He was like, you're done. So I was like, yeah, I get that, but I just want to play just so I can get ready for my next step. Mm-hmm. So he let me play on the team. We went out to Vegas to the full court press or something like that, I think it was. And that's when I saw Trone Jackson, Fryan, Jason Baxter, something like that, whatever. But there was like a couple killers out there. Donovan was, I think. Morris was out there. So all the names you reading about in the paper, they were out there killing. Fryan. I'm like, man, I've been missing out on all this.
Yeah, it's an eye opener, man.
You gotta be in the right place at the right time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like from high school on. Even in college, you gotta okay.
It's gotta be.
Come home, going to the Jwll. Or I'm going to the other top leagues.
I never even knew of these stuff though, bro. I never even heard of it.
I stayed up north and I come down for like a weekend, but I stay up there and I like train, do whatever. But what I should have did, I should have came down here, played in the Jwll, all that kind of stuff.
Say No Classic. I was doing the Say No with Darren and Gary and all them. Yeah, I did Say No.
What happened to the Say No?
They canceled it.
That was.
I think the last year I played in that was like, was I in college yet? Junior college? I think I was in Chafee still. So maybe like 06 or 05. It might have been 05. Because I think the last time I played was Curtis Small, I think Dwight Gordon, Brandon Clemens, I think Darren was on that team. Yeah, we had some people. Calvin was on that team.
Yeah, that was a good league, man. It was Sano and it was the Nike Summer League. Remember that?
No, at the Hatch.
Was it Nike Summer League?
At the Hatch. With the black floor?
No, that was Sano, the black floor.
Yeah, okay.
The other league was in the summer was with the Nike Summer League.
I don't know nothing about none of that.
The one that they used.
I played Nike Summer League.
The one they used to do at the Pyramid in Long Beach.
I think so.
Yeah, they moved. Well, that was the Pro-Am league, and then they moved it. They moved it to Vegas now, and it got bigger. But they used to do it in Long Beach at the Pyramid.
Long Beach, yeah.
Because my mom and my uncle would take me down there to go watch like Baron Davis, all the NBA guys come in and play to kind of get a look for that. You know
it was
how.
It was like the Jwll league.
It was.
It was a Nike league. You don't remember that?
Nah, man. I wasn't around basketball like that. I didn't take basketball serious until like the end of our senior year. Like I was just playing because.
Yeah.
I played because my friends were playing, man.
Yeah.
Like I got hurt in football, and then after I healed up, we didn't have enough pads. So they was like, Williamsville, you can sit and see if somebody else get hurt. And then my boy was like, why don't you just go play basketball? I was like, all right. I went out there, ended up making it, and never went back to football. So, man.
Yeah, but I think that's most important is just us being able to give back. So I mean, I'm a firm believer in God uses people as vessels, and I'm a firm believer that I think one of my cause was to have shortcomings. I guess if you look at it that way, but because of the heart and the spirit that I have, that it would fuel me to be able to come back and be in a position like this. Like when I graduated or even I never thought about coaching. I never thought about teaching.
Yeah.
None of that. honestly, all this stuff came into play within 2019, 18. I got baptized. I quit my job, and I was just like, God, I'm leaving it all in your hands. I'm gonna figure the rest out.
Man.
And I ended up here. I ended up in this field, and it's been working out since. So, but this was never in my cards, bro.
Dude,
at least from my vision of my life, it wasn't in my cards.
I just kind of fell into it, and I hate to use the term "fell into" because I just became a natural at it. Like, for me, it was different. Like I said, I sucked. To me, I sucked so bad. And the bad part about it was I didn't have resources. I didn't have anybody trying to teach me. So I began to have that hunger for studying it. And the more I studied and the more I worked, the better I got. And it seemed like I was getting better at an astronomical rate, far more than my contemporaries. Like, it was to where, you know how it is. You go to the parks, you ain't barely getting picked up, and then you got to try to call next to even play. And then if you're so bad, even if it's your team, they kick you off. I went from that. And in 2 summers to being like, I pull up, oh, hey, hurry up, put your shoes on. And no, we got Jwill.
You know who was like that too? TJ.
Yeah. TJ is like my brother. He's called me twin.
TJ, y'all do look alike.
Yeah, he inspired me, man.
I should take a picture and send it to him. Y'all do look alike. that's my road dog, bro.
Yeah,
that's
man.
my dog. But same thing. TJ, AB Miller, non-factor. Who was worried about Victor, Jacob Ramirez, Bobby was okay. But those were the 2 horses. Jacob was averaging 30, and then Vic was averaging like 25 or 20 something like that, whatever. He was shooting a lot too, right? So those were the 2 guys we had to worry about. Then you're like, okay, we're at Chafee. You know, TJ's coming in now. I went to RCC for 1 year, didn't make that team. They were so good. So I was like, I'm going to Chafee then. I'm taking 3 buses to go to RCC for what? I'm gonna go here. So TJ coming in, he about to try to make the team. I'm like, okay, you about to make it? You want AB Miller? He quiet at that time. This motherfucker turned into a straight killer over the summer. Like, I saw him literally that March, and I want to say by August, when Open Gym was at Chafee, literally TJ was head and shoulders the best player in the gym every day.
Damn.
Every day. Every day. And you know it, TJ was behind you guys. TJ.
Yeah.
He wasn't that good in high school.
You know what?
He was decent, but he wasn't that good.
You know what? He was good. He just didn't get a chance.
No. He was, I said it, he was good.
But his game did develop.
That's all I'm saying. He was good, but TJ went to a level of greatness. Like,
You got to think like this, okay.
TJ's like one of the best scorers I've ever played against him with.
Off the bench, he won't be Michael Jordan. That's kind of how TJ was.
Yes.
Coach wasn't really fooling with him like that.
And it expired and he worked hard.
He played defense, he worked hard as shit.
Yeah.
And he could score.
But people run into that, man. Sometimes coaches like stifle your growth based on familiarity.
They cut wings all the time.
That's what Donovan was going through. One of the coaches told him not to shoot, that he's not a shooter. So he didn't shoot at all for over 3/4 of the season. Remember how you just said, I won that battle because you did one dribble and you passed it to the corner?
That was him?
That was him. That's what I told him. I said, Donovan, does it look familiar? He said, yeah.
That's, whatever.
It's surrendering.
When we get on, I mean, because I have my opinions on coaches too these days. And like I said, it's the type of person I am and the type of coach I am. It's refreshing when I find somebody like-minded. We don't have to align in every single aspect, but in the whole philosophy of basketball, we align on 90%, 85%, and I'm like, I could rock with you because I know you know what you're talking about.
Let me ask you this. You're coaching, right, aren't you? Where you at?
I'm retiring now, man. I was at Cajon, I was doing the girls. It's something I can think about, man.
Bro. We gotta, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta connect, gotta connect.
Well, I mean, who else is gonna hand it to? But if I can start showing a face now, bringing you around now, summer leagues, spring leagues, being around now, hey, this is my guy, Jwill. I really want him on, coach. Like, I really want him on. I need him as one of my coaches. I need him.
I would tell you this, if the cards align, I'm in. Personal stuff, I got to get my daughter healthy, get her ready.
Yeah. Of course.
And then I'm trying to, my whole dream is, and I was going to talk to you, I have a list of people who I want to hit up. This guy, he has no choice. He's got to work with me regardless. But I got a girl named Bree. She coaches over at Awanda. Yourself. I got a guy over at, where's he at? Carter. And you know Gilbert. Barry?
The black dude talk like
Yeah. I want to talk to him, but pretty much I want to build an academy where we're just focused on giving these kids the game at a level that they really don't get it. Again, I'm not one of those guys who gonna throw out some cones and have you do 18 dribble moves through a cone when we know that there's gonna be an offense and a defense out there. That's not the way basketball works. And guess what? The game that everybody says they want to play, the collegiate and the NBA, there is systems. Most of them have systems. And if you cannot play in the system and you think that it's going to be off the bounce every time you touch the basketball, bro, you're training all these kids for failure. You work the whole summer off the bounce, right? You go to your prospective school, and that ain't your job on your team.
Oh, most coaches tell you not to put that on the ground.
So
Don't even put it down.
you wasted 4 months on some stuff you ain't even going to do. And then when the coach is demanding something of you and you don't got it in your game, then you're like, coach is a dumbass. Hey, coach, he just hating. Your coach had a system, and you didn't fit the system because you didn't work on the things that made you a better basketball player.
I don't agree with. Let's get it on film. Are we on film? We'll come to the 24-hour La Cienega and Slauson, hoop until like 9, 10 o'clock at night, go lift weights, and then go do the same thing. One of them is David Singleton's at UCLA. He and his pops be in there all the time. Yeah. I've seen him from when he was in 5th, 6th grade to when he got the Bishop Montgomery.
Go to Bun and Living?
No, not him.
No, he's not from out this area. He's from LA, Torrance.
UCLA.
But no, you're talking about
he got a little fro.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
I want to say his name is Jaden, but I don't think that's his name.
Jalen Clark.
Jalen
Clark. Yeah. Yeah, Jalen Clark. No, David's a junior. He's a guard. He's like their best shooter. But yeah, man. I just watched the grind of how much they put into basketball out there at the gyms, how competitive they go. They're playing with grown men from a young age.
Yeah.
And then I moved back out here, 3 years ago? And I go to the open gyms out here. I'm like, this is bullshit. I don't even like hooping out here no more. Because it's like you can't find nobody my height. You can't find like equal competition across the board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was playing like 4 leagues in LA. Playing at Beverly Hills, Culver City, Mar Vista, and at the Orsini in downtown. And then I would drive out to Superstar and play on Sundays out here.
Yeah, it's no leagues.
It's not a consistent
mix of talent.
And I was gonna.
Because we got hoopers, but we don't have a consistent gym space.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you this. So the high schools out there, how close are they in proximity? Because we have.
It's LA, so they could be 7 miles, but that's like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to certain they'd be like, oh, we're hooping at the 24 off of 120th and Crenshaw. And, I was living in West Adams at the time. I'm like, oh shoot, it's about 6 o'clock. It's gonna take me about 45, 55 to get down there. And yeah, I'm gonna go and miss that run because it's not that far of a drive. It's just the traffic.
But it's just the
traffic.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the schools, I'll be out here every few miles. But they're not that many dominant ones.
Yeah, and same thing out here. We have so many different schools that
I feel like they're closer out here. I feel like they're closer. Our schools are closer here,
which is bad.
So half mile up, you got
which is bad.
It's really bad.
Rancho.
Oso's half mile.
Oso's.
Etawanda's 2 miles.
Altaloma's
4 miles.
Avery Miller, Octaloma. Go High. It's like everybody's in the same.
Carter. Kaiser.
Colony, Ontario. Well, if you talk about 10 miles, if you even just say a 10-mile radius, I can name like about a good 12 to 15.
So it's hard to accumulate talent.
Yes.
Spread out.
Yeah. And you might have one good guy in your whole varsity team, and then you might get a varsity team that, let's take Etowanda, because they've built the program over the last 15 years, it seems like. Kids are more inclined to hear that name and want to go there.
When last time we were in high school?
I was in high school, 03.
20 for me, 02.
They've been building it for like 21, 22 years.
Yeah.
So now you hear Etawanda's like, okay.
I'm gonna go transfer there.
I mean, but that's
how Ike was. Ike. And then you have Fall High, but they only had their little years.
Because you guys were your years.
They back this year, but they're not really getting talked about still.
Yeah.
But you got Etowanda because they got the TV. They're on TV now. So
open division. You're gonna play you're gonna play with top schools. I mean, there's that.
Yeah, and it changes your life.
And then I realized, oh my God, I've been playing this game wrong the whole time.
Man, dude,
that's what I really realized. That shit.
I think I learned a lot of my skill set and knowledge of the game because I sucked.
Yeah.
I started basketball at maybe the 7th grade.
So same as me.
I ended up making my high school team just off of random. I was taller than most people, but I was still pretty short.
I think I started at 6.
I played football, so I was fast, and I just had a knack for defense.
And competitiveness, yeah.
So yeah, I was starting on just about every team I played on. And then when I got to varsity, the excuse was, well, you're a 5-man, but I got like 3 5-men that are 6'4", 6'5". So what I look like putting you on the squad?
Right.
Made sense. Hurt my feelings, but it made sense.
Yeah.
So from that point
But
on,
you were set up to fail, essentially.
I was set up to fail. I'm playing the 4 or 5 when I'm a guard, and no one was willing to teach me, so I had to learn. Had to go get Rick Pitino tapes.
And that's exactly what, well, we should go get this on the thing, but that's why in my systems, I don't have positions. The first thing I tell my players when they come here June 1st for trials, I don't have positions.
Yeah.
I expect all my players to dribble, pass, shoot, defend,
Yeah.
do everything. I was like, your skill set determines how often you could take certain shots or be in certain
Correct.
positions.
Yeah.
But you have the control over that. How much do you want
Yeah.
to work over? You know what I'm saying? But same thing, I don't have positions because I feel like I was essentially set up to fail. I was being trained only on being a big at 6'5", 6'6".
And it's like, bro, yeah.
Come on now.
And
I was 200 coming out of, maybe 195 coming out of high school.
And you're not
6'8", 6'9" is a big.
Yeah.
6'10", 6'11".
And then it's like now you're behind the ball because now you're not comfortable. Even if you get the skill set, you're still not comfortable with the reads. All that too. It's like, man, now I got to feel my way through it. And that takes a while. You don't just learn that overnight. It's like, damn, I got to put in the hours. I got to put in the hours of seeing you.
Scenarios.
Yeah. So, hey man, put down.
Get into content.
This is always my. I do this. Jeremiah, where your J's at?
I got all that.
He always wear J's every set, and I always wear shades and like a beanie or a
I
hat.
always got little ones.
Yeah, he always wear the one, man. You can't mess it up. Go get some.
Hey, it's the shoe thing now. It's the shoe
Oh, don't get my shoes. I'm in there with the training shoes on. I didn't bring no feet heat.
I only got the red part. So what I do is, like when I'm on, like I got a shade when I'm on, I wear some nice kicks.
Yeah.
I just have them right there. Because when people see it, especially the young kids, they're gonna look at the kicks.
Right.
They're gonna look at the little gear, the shades.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a,
Yeah.
so to keep them like, okay, them was tight, let me see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
The old people don't look at what we're talking
The content, yeah. No, I agree.